Alright, welcome back to the channel, my world team. Thanks for tuning into another video. Today's video is going to be an update on Gala. We're going to be doing technical analysis, giving you guys the most honest and true opinion on where we think the price will be heading in the next few days. So to start with, we're going to input our major resistance line. Now this is a major long-term resistance line on the chart, sitting at just around 27 cents. This is going to be a huge trigger zone, meaning that if we are able to get over this level, we would expect to see a price continuation upwards. So what are we seeing right now? We did see an initial descending wedge and we saw a breakout of that descending wedge. And we actually got an entry point in the VIP channel down around 18 cents, or 100% rise on that one, up to 40 cents. And since then we have been heading back down. What we can see here is a nice downtrend forming. Of course, we've had rejection. We haven't been able to actually break over this range here, but instead just continuing downwards. What we can do though is we can take this line and extend it back to the pinnacle of our all-time high, drag it through, and we can see that this line is now acting as resistance. And it's acting as quite a strong resistance, guys, because not only do we have this descending channel line now, but we also have that 27 cent range, which is a long-term strong resistance. So we can say we're ranging within a descending channel. Of course, we have some deviation here on the descending channel, but realistically, we are seeing a much larger descending channel than we originally presumed. So like all things, descending channels are bullish. We do expect a move to the upside eventually. Of course, such a huge move upwards will result in a massive move when this channel breaks. Of course, waiting for that breakpoint and a retest will be your best confirmation for entry. For example, if we see the price move upwards here over 27 cents, find some support in that range for a move upwards will be your perfect entry point for Gala. So let's chuck on the rest of our resistances and supports. So looking at the chart over here, we do have a range 28 cents, and this is now our strong resistance range. So what we'll do real quickly is we can just note that in. We'll delete these lines, add a box. We've got 28 cents to 27 cents. We can put that in over here. And feel free to copy this chart, guys. If you see this, just copy it into your own chart if you're a fan of Gala, or if you're looking to get into a trade on Gala soon, or if you're a long-term holder. It's always good to have this information down on your chart so you're aware of what's going on. But there we go, there's our major resistance zone, and this is the zone we need to flip to be bullish again. So keeping it nice and simple, as I said before, if we're able to get that price action, where's my pen? Here we go, back above this range here, we can flip that and continue higher. So rest of our resistances, of course, we have our major 40 cent resistance, and we tested that 40 cent resistance up on the 10th of February, obviously rejecting. We have minor resistances throughout, which we're not going to indicate. We have our higher resistances sitting, of course, at 57 cents, and obviously our all-time highs. And then our lower support ranges will be our major support range from 14 cents, and this is a nice support range. So it's about 14 cents to 16 cents here. And again, we're going to draw in a support zone. What we'll do, we'll just copy and paste this one over. And we'll get rid of these lines over here, dragging the box down. Perfect. Another support range in. This is the expected bounce zone for the current move, of course, and we do have our POC line, which is sitting around, I think it's around 9 cents. So we'll put that POC line in again. From here, we can draw our uptrending support. We do have our uptrending support moving over here. As you can see, we have retested this uptrending support a few times now. So we do have a very strong uptrending support, and we can see 3 to 4 retests over here. What we would expect to see, first and foremost, is I do not think that we will hold the support again if it does come and retest it. I think the price will crash through the support and go into this range. We will either bottom out completely in this range, and Bitcoin will be probably back into 30K if that happens, and continue upwards, or worst case scenario, we go down into this range here. Again, if we break this zone here and retest it, that is your entry signal. All right, guys, that is your entry signal. Everything else below is invalidated if this happens. So yes, I am saying bearish things. It does sound very bearish, saying we can come down to 16 cents, potentially even 9 cents. But keep in mind that we need to have a bearish outlook on this, as the price direction is still very much in a downtrend, guys. We are in a downtrend. All right, so we have to assume the price is going to continue in that direction until proven otherwise. So until we break this zone here, we will assume that the price will continue in this downwards direction. And our technical indicators can support that. If we look at our if we look at our 200-day moving average and our 50 SMA, we are still very much underneath these moving averages. Even on the smaller time frames, we can see we haven't quite flipped these moving averages yet. We're still getting resistance on that 200-day moving average, and these moving averages are still underneath this major resistance zone. We would like to see a move upwards above these moving averages, and so we can see some kind of bullish price action, just like we saw in November 2021 as well as Feb 22. So what we'll do, we'll bring up our bull market support band. Let's bring up our bull market support band. We'll get rid of these ones over here. And as you can see on that small time frame, we have just lost that bull market support band. If we go down to the hour time frame, we'll show you what has actually occurred over here. We've been talking about it. We talked about it in our last Bitcoin video that we were in some sort of rising wedge on Bitcoin. And of course, a rising wedge is a bearish pattern. It does eventually lead to a break downwards. And we've seen a similar pattern form here on Gala. Quite a broad rising wedge, as you can see, but nonetheless a rising wedge. Very, very obvious rising wedge. All right, right over here, we got our wave 1, retest 2, 3, 4, and 5. We can draw it in if we want to with our numbers, just to make it nice and easy for you guys to see. What I'll do is I'll actually chuck that in. So we'll get our 5 wave here. All right, what are we doing over here? We're making higher lows. All right, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, but the price is in an ascending wedge. All right, meaning that it's converging. All right, the distance between the break-in point and the first test, so point 1, is greater than the distance between 4, all right, the 4th point, and the support line, all right, meaning that the buying pressure is diminishing and the price will eventually break downwards, which we have seen. Now, how low will we go on this? Of course, I do believe we could definitely see the price bottom out at around 20 cents. I think this will be a safe target. Again, assuming to look for an entry here, unless we get over this point here. All right, so I don't care what happens. I don't care if we do this. All right, doesn't matter. I will be looking to enter Gala down here or over here. Anything between, all right, it's just too high risk. It's too high risk. Not worth taking that risk, especially with this current state of the market. You know, you look at the global financial situation. The economy is pretty weak right now. The global events are bringing everything down, and you throw on rising interest rates on top of it. Let's just say the economy is not in any state for cryptocurrency to go parabolic. All right, guys, so expect the worst and be happy with the best. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Obviously, we try to give you a nice comprehensive update of the market. Before we move on, we're just going to quickly look at our RSI and our MACD, although again, it's not going to tell us anything more than we already know, which is it will continue downwards. But we can see that we did have a little bit of momentum moving upwards over here, but it wasn't enough. Obviously, our rising wedge really brought that price down, and we can see again, we have that convergence down over here, a breakdown confirmation, heading down to new lows, and our MACD converging downwards. That's about it today, guys. If you want to join our VIP channel, this is it over here. Click the link in the description, join our free channel, and you can contact me through the link in the description. Join our VIP channel. Our VIP channel has officially been active for 1 year as of, I think, 3 days ago. And we're 365 members, which is pretty ironic, 1 member per day. We'd love to have you around. If you have any questions about that, leave them in the comments or send me a direct message on Telegram, and I'll see you in the next video.